Level Up Latina partners with working women and mamas alike to guide them in achieving fulfilling career and life goals through financial empowerment, professional or leadership coaching, and personal wellness. Find the unique coaching you need to succeed.
You're listening to Vero, Ceci, and Irene, and we are Level Up Latina.
It's that time of the month, our favorite time, the random show, where we talk about everything and anything. And you know, Vero, Ceci, and Irene are up to a lot of eating, always up to something, always to some fun. We're up for the spontaneous yet planned adventures that our life kind of takes us on. So before we check in, before we get started on the randomness, ¿cómo se encuentran, Ceci, Irene? Díganme, chicas.
Good, feeling good. Vero has a lot to share about her new hair. We have to talk about that. She looks so cute. Gotta get used to looking at the beautiful hair. And just happy to be catching up on this beautiful day. Ceci's got her UC Santa Barbara sweater on. Repping.
Yes, buenos dias. I'm tired. It's Monday. We usually record on Fridays. So, apenas I'm drinking matcha latte and apenas it's like kicking in. So, por eso, hopefully by the end of the show, I'm like more perked up. Yeah, I'm wearing my sweater because it was like, I felt like that fall, like crisp breeze en la mañana, pero salió el solecito. So I'm like, ay, como que me está dando calor ya con mi turtleneck and everything.
Talking about turtlenecks, this is random. So this weekend I went to a concert, and you know, I really don't go out much, and especially to like events where you have to get dressed up. I'm always in like guilt-free squad, like guilt-free evolution, or Level Up Latina gear, or you know, in my beautiful tights, black tights. So I was like, ¿qué me voy a poner? And then one of the girls on the text goes, everything is mommified on my wardrobe. What are we gonna wear? And I was like, that's it. We're wearing turtlenecks. I'm gonna look like Steve Jobs. I'm wearing whatever I can with a turtleneck because I couldn't figure out what to wear.
Yeah.
And it was like, do I want like? Am I gonna show boob? Like, does this blouse even fit me? Like, I have so much clothes right now that I'm in between where it fits a little too snug or it's a little too loose, you know? So it was like clothes when I was pregnant and clothes that I have from before I was pregnant. And it's that in between, like, okay, esa todavía está too tight and this is too loose. What am I going to wear? So one of the girls goes, black Spanx. If you have black Spanx, just put black Spanx and boots. So I was like, I think I have my Spanx. So I put my black Spanx, que son como like a bathing suit, parece. And then I was like, I'm going to throw on a skirt on top of that. And it was perfect. That was my look for the night. My Spanx little unitard and my faldita. And I was like, let's roll. So I had to randomly put an outfit together.
Nice. Sí, I mean, you can't go wrong with todo negro. Yo también last week when we went to the Alejandro Fernandez concert, también I was like, ay, what am I going to wear? Like, you know, like, I don't know. And so me puse también, it was like a black, like I guess bodysuit. Yeah, bodysuit. And then unos pleather pants que tengo, medios flojitos. And I was like, con eso. And what shoes did I wear? No me acuerdo. Oh, just like regular black sandals, like black sandals.
Black look with like a pop when you put like a coat on, like a nice colored coat or sweater, and then heels. I like either the heels have color or the coat has color, but all black under. It feels really sexy. I like it.
Yeah,
and easy.
Yeah, easy. Y nomás como un bright lipstick, and you know, así.
I was like, I know I want to wear bright lipstick, but I don't know what I'm gonna put on my body. I have no idea. But that's cool. So you went to a rockera concert. You were looking rockera in all black, the pleather y todo. Didn't you go to Alejandro Guzmán?
No, Alejandro Fernández.
So. Yo pensé que ibas a Alejandra Guzmán.
No. Alejandro Fernández.
I totally missed that, Ceci.
We went last Saturday, and I told Luis, I'm like, estuvo bien. I'm like, pero no me sabe igual que en Las Vegas. I'm like, it's just like in Las Vegas, cuando se presenta, like, you know, da el grito, and it's like, no me supo igual. I'm like, you know, we'll have to go next year.
Did you see his post? Yeah. Oh, you did like it. I thought I saw you liked it. His Vegas siempre, like, vengo aquí, and it's like, you know, que no sé qué. I was like, oh, we're siempre contigo, Alejandro.
I know. He sings with his son now. Like, his son canta también, you know, he opened up for him. Se parece un chingo a él, su hijo.
Yeah. ¿Qué cosas? Él cantaba con su papá.
Yeah.
¿Verdad? Se presentaba con su
posted,
papá.
No, Ceci, you posted que estaban juntos. Yeah, it was so sweet.
See, it was cool. They sang a song together that Alejandro and Vicente used to sing together. And he's like, this song is really hard to sing. And he's like, pero no me acuerdo how he referred to his dad. He's like, pero el jefe o algo así. He would always give me my mi calificación en el camerino de cómo me salía. So it was cool that, you know, he played that tribute to his dad. And I'm sure he's going to continue doing that, you know, siempre que se presente. But yeah, concerts and the lives of busy moms and wearing all black to concerts.
Wearing all black. Yeah. Well, I can't believe it's September. It's the random show, which is the last show of the month. How has this month treated you, ladies? I mean, I know that we've had a lot going on. I've been insane trying to, you know, changing of rhythms and routines and all of that, but trying to stay afloat. But how has this month been good to you? And in what ways has it challenged you so far?
That's a really good question. This month has been good to me in the sense that we are back to like our routines with sports and school and just like everything the kids have going on. And my son can help drive. So that's really nice to have like my son driving the kids to school or driving himself, helping with some of that. How it's been hard has been just like adjusting to my son applying to college and working together with my husband and writing essays and helping him with his research. But we're getting to the swing of things. This weekend, we're going to go to the East Coast to see 4 different states, possibly more, since when you're in DC, you're like in 3 states if you allow it. So we're going to be all over the place. Who knows? We're supposed to go to New York and Boston. And what if we end up in Jersey? I don't know. Let's do it. Like, we're going to be super, super flexible, but that's going to be a fun end to the month. But that has also been, you know, stressful and fun and all kinds of emotions. And my son's really getting into it seems like, and loving it, which is nice.
Go to Jersey and visit Princeton. It is beautiful campus. It's worth the drive. It's a beautiful drive out to Jersey. Everyone's like, Jersey, right? So no, I say do it. Go out there. Go have some. If you make it to Philly too, like if you're making, I mean, everything's so close by. Yeah. So if you make it out to Jersey, visit Princeton. It's a beautiful campus. It's just like you feel like you're like, I want to pursue like higher level education. Like you, como que te anima. It's probably
like Stanford, like gorgeous. It's like Stanford, beautiful. Probably even nicer since it's in the East Coast. No, I don't know.
It's East Coast and it's just older. It's an older place, and it's like it's a Harvard without having to be a Harvard.
La historia.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all of it. I mean, the whole route is really cool. Like the level of like schools that you could see, because in the route that we're doing, it's like you could see Yale, you could see Harvard, you could see Brown. I mean, you could see all the big ones, but then there's all the awesome schools just kind of along the way. We're gonna have to do a little bit of everything, you know, like match schools, reach schools, and enjoy it. And Diego's never been to any of those parts. I took Isaiah to DC and to Pennsylvania once, so he knows that he likes it, but we didn't actually like focus up on schools. That's why he's so excited to go back. But Diego hasn't been to any of those states, so it's going to be like he's going on vacay. He's ready to have like New York pizza, and he's ready to have lobster rolls in Boston and a Philly cheesesteak in Pennsylvania. You know, like Philadelphia. So he's excited. He's like going on a food tour.
Yeah.
And Isaiah and I are going to be the serious ones, but we're going to eat with him.
Perfect. Right. Yeah.
There you go. How
¿Y
cool.
tú, Ceci?
Oh my God. You know what? You learn something new every day. I never knew Princeton was in Jersey.
Girl, I'm tired of the research. I'm tired of learning, honestly. I don't know where half those Ivy Leagues are until now myself.
Yeah,
personally.
same. I mean, I knew Harvard was over there, pero yo, for some reason, like, if I'm looking at the U.S. map, me lo imaginaba como, like, Princeton que estaba como acá, like, kind of closer to us, but northern, no sé, porque en un estado por allá, así me lo imaginaba. And Brown, me lo imaginaba, like, in the south. Y no, ¿verdad?
No, that's in Rhode Island. And it's like, it's funny because some you won't even realize, like, where they are. I think there's an Ivy League in one of the Carolinas, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like you didn't even know dónde están because we don't.
In the Carolinas, go visit Rutgers.
Oh, I know. Rutgers would be cool. There's one in Jersey that is a fairly matchy school. It's not too hard to get in, actually. Maybe we'll see that school too.
Yeah. The thing is that if you think of like the old schools, like all the big schools like that, when the U.S. got established, right, we started from the East Coast to West. So a lot of those old schools are there.
Empezaron.
Ahí empezaron.
Yeah.
That's what they say about Boston. There's so many schools where Harvard is. My niece went to Leslie. So she always says like, oh, you get to Boston, you're going to visit like 10 schools. They're like in this community of like, because what Beto's saying, like when it got started, otra que otra, like competing with each other. So you could see so many: Boston College, Boston University, Leslie, Simmons, Harvard, and I can go on and on and on. Amherst in Massachusetts. Like there's a lot to see. So we also have to like figure it out and just make sure we're not like going crazy. We're going to burn out. We're not going to make it to the
Yeah,
other.
don't. You're like, never mind. We're staying in
Flying
Boston.
out of Boston. So no, but
We're staying in Boston.
We're forced to get to the other side, which is nice. We're flying out of
Nice.
another part of the
Are you going to
country.
check out MIT?
I don't know. I don't think he wants to go to a technical school. Those haven't really been on his list, but MIT is an incredible school. A lot of these are like dream schools. Like his chances of getting in are super slim. So we're going to try to navigate some dream schools and some match schools.
We're going to dream. Now we're already dreaming out college and it's happening. Now we're going to dream grad school. We're going to manifest grad school. So for any program that you might want, this is another thing you can think about. But
yeah, it's just getting started. This kid wants to see all the big football schools next. So I'm like, oh my God, we're going to have to get to Austin to see the Longhorns. We're going to have to get to see the Huskies in Washington. We got to go take him to Miami. He's always said that he would go to the University of Miami.
Michigan. Take him to Michigan.
That's number one. That's his number one because my niece went there. My niece, Jackie, who went to Leslie, went to the big house. And Diego and I got to visit her. So we've been there. So that's definitely on his list. And he has a friend there. So he's very excited to apply to Michigan. But that got him on this. Funny enough, that got him on this. I think I want to see all the football schools watching his friend that's at Michigan. Like they're having the time of their lives. Yeah.
Yeah, having a football program changes everything. But anywho, Ceci, how was your September going?
It's good. It's busy. We didn't have a football team, guys, but it's okay. We
know.
still made it happen.
Didn't need one.
¿Qué te iba a decir? Good. It's good. Oh my God, it's busy. It's been busy. Like every single weekend, there has been something. Like the first weekend, I guess the second weekend, wasn't it? I don't know. The first full week, the 8th or whatever, like that's the day we had like our 50th anniversary with La Raza. So it was like Friday, and then the Saturday was like el concierto de Alejandro. So I was like exhausted. Like Sunday, I was like exhausted. Monday también. Even Tuesday in the office, I was just like, oh my God. Yeah, by Wednesday I was better. And then this weekend we went to my cousin's daughter's quinceañera on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. It was a blast. Tuvieron banda, it was huge. It was big. It was very memorable. Mi sobrina, la quinceañera, she was having a blast, bailando con todo el mundo, cantando, tiene un vocerón. She's in her, in high school, está en el a cappella choir. So they travel, for choir and all that. So, pero se echó unas de Selena, unas de Jenny Rivera. Like she was off the hook. And it was really cool to see like her, I guess our younger daughters, like de las primas. So las primitas, just admiring her sitting on the rug and like just watching la quinceañera and just like esa ilusión, de niña. So it was really cool to see that. And then yesterday we just like chilled, bought burritos, nachos, stayed at home and watched movies and just chilled. And it was also since we spent the night in the East Bay this weekend in Hayward after the quince, we left our dog with like a dog sitter, like the like dog walker, that's kind of service or whatever. And he was exhausted yesterday. Estaba dormido. We're like, mira, este está bien crudo también,
They made Portos walk, girl.
Yeah, they made him work. They did some training with him, and so yeah, it's been busy. I think so. Yeah, it's been good but busy. So just trying to keep up with everything and everything. And I feel like in this part of the year it goes by so fast, and it's like trying to keep up. Like ya les ordené sus Halloween costumes, and and just planning that. It's like because it's around the corner. And yesterday, Luis was saying like, oh, mention something about like our next trip or vacation. I'm like, we need to sit down and like plan it like for next year. Like, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? And it's just like, hey, Dios mío, like se pasa la vida volando. So, but good, in a good way.
Como dicen, right now we're going to be like, we're so busy. It's every day. Que no sé qué. And then the years fly by, right? The days are long. The years are fly by. But I feel you, Ceci. I mean, it's a lot that goes into the production of running a smooth, family and running the household, navigating our careers. And it's not just, it's a lot of planning. It takes a lot of time to make sure things run smoothly and that you and your husband and us and our partners are on the same page. And it is rough. I had to get pink hair to kind of get more energy.
Yay.
So, okay. So it's my midlife crisis, you guys. I went for pink hair No, it's not my midlife crisis, but it was one of those things where I have been wanting pink hair for a while. And I mean, when I said for a while, I mean years. And I've never done it. I've gone super light blonde. I've gone blonde, 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 and changed it back to brown. But I never went for it on the pink. And I'm like, I just want to try it. And I'm like, there was that part of me saying like, pero ya estás cuarentona, aunque estés buenona, like ya se te pasó la etapa de pintarte el pelo rosita. Who are you, a clown, you know? And there was those voices in my head. So I was like, what's going to hold me back? And you guys know me. I've always been like, go for it. And if it doesn't work out, you figure it out. You learn and you move on. And so I was like, why am I so afraid of doing this? So I text my girl, my hair girl. I've been going to her for maybe since 2013 or something like that. So like, 10 years? Or maybe a little bit longer. But I text her, I was like, hey, and she, like, if you look at her Instagram, she does only blondes. Everyone's a blonde, platinum blonde to everything blonde to like these beautiful browns. And I go, hoping she would say no, right? I go, hey, Jasmine, oh my God, like, when do you have availability? I want to do my hair. I'm like, and I want it pink this time. And she wrote back, and I was waiting for her to respond like, girl, you know, I don't do pink, but I'm ready to blonde you up. And she didn't. She's like, Sunday at this time, let's see, are you available? And I was like, gulp. I'm like, yeah, I am. So I booked my appointment. I asked Gali, hey, do you want to come with Mami to go? Like, Mami's going to do something special to her hair. And she's like, sí, Mami, yo voy, you know? So we go, and oh my God, I was like I'm sweating just even thinking about it, because I literally was like, am I doing the right thing? And when I sit in the chair, I tell her, I say it out loud. I was like, Jasmine, do you think I'm doing the right thing? And she goes, Vero, of all people that I know, and since I've known you, even before being a mom and all this, you are the person that would be like, I don't give a damn what anyone thinks. Let me do it. She's like, so why are you stressing? And I was like, you're so right. I don't know what's wrong with me, you know? Maybe because I'm 40, I have 4 kids, a husband, you know? I have to drop off my kids looking like this. And she's like, who gives a damn?
Yeah.
You know? She's like, girl, it's going to be like, you're a professional mom. You're a coach. You're a professional, period. You're a great mom. You're a great wife. I was going to say husband. You're great all this. She's like, with a sprinkle of ratchet, you do your thing. And I was like, that's right. Let's do it. So we went for it. And I love it. It's a little brighter than I thought, but it's going to fade to more of the
Y te acostumbras.
lighter pink.
Like, yeah.
It looks good. I thought my first reaction was like, oh, it's darker than I imagined. I liked it. I
Yeah.
think it's good. And obviously it has to fade like all color, but I think it looks good.
Yeah. So I'm like digging it. Gali was in love. She was like, oh my God, they wouldn't
Oh,
stop
yeah.
touching my hair, so I don't have no more curls. She like did curls on it and all that. And I'm like, the kids kept touching it. Y mami, me encanta tu pelo. When they woke up this morning, like, ay, todavía está rosita. And they were like touching it again. I was like, okay, kids, yeah, it's going to be pink for a while, you guys. But yeah, it was like a little kind of like coming to my September of like waking up. Like more like, it's okay. You can do these things and it's not gonna, who you are doesn't change, you know? So I was just a little scared, and we'll see. I'm enjoying it so far. And Otto has been like, he loved it, but he's like, okay, now you know that I like it. I really do like the hair. He's like, but now I'm gonna do some jokes just for fun. And he's like, he goes, are you ready to go back to school? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he caught me off guard, right? What are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, for your dental assistant license. And I was like, you jerk. And this morning he texted me. I just sent you guys a thing. I was like, whose number is this? And I sent you guys a screenshot of it. And it's American Career College. It says, I think
You
I sent
sent us that? Oh my God, I gotta look for it.
I just sent you guys a picture of it. Yeah, on our chat. And I was like, what in the world? And it says, good morning, Veronica. Thank you for your interest in the dental assistant program. Full on. I was like, and then the website to go to sign up for the program. I took a screenshot. I sent it to you guys. Well, I sent it to Otto. I'm like, hey, can you believe I got that this morning? And then I got a text saying, why did you text your husband about this? Do you not want to become a dental assistant?
He's so good at playing tricks on you.
That is
Oh
funny.
my God.
With
And
the
then he goes,
link and
just
everything.
kidding. Yeah. And I was like, I just sent this to the girls. But he's just being funny. And I'm like, you are a trip. You're a jerk. I hate you forever. You know? But
Wait, te está haciendo
yeah.
te está haciendo la burla de que you're younger y que quieres aplicar a una.
Yeah, muy
like una de these-
jovencita con mi pelo
yeah,
así,
yeah.
Oh, I
you
think
know?
just
I'm
like
like-
that stereotypical career might have
Career,
red
yeah.
hair. I think it's
Yeah. So I was
but
like,
in my
I-
neighborhood, the older moms have it. Like in my neighborhood, I think the moms, their kids are growing up. I was making a joke about moms then try to be cool and make their hair pink. But I mean, older than me, Vero. Like older than me in my neighborhood. We have like 50-year-old moms that have pink
Yeah.
hair. It's like really funny. It looks nothing like yours. It looks like they did it themselves, not at the salon. And he had told me like in Redondo, it's like they're having a midlife crisis.
Yeah. And I
I
feel
was
like
just being
it's,
silly.
yeah. He's been silly. And I'm like, oh, hey, este canijo. But I like it. Well, we'll see how long I last with it. And then hopefully there's a little surprise. Someone else is going to be doing their pink hair. And hopefully it comes through and you guys will see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to guess Summer Urias. I don't know who else I would guess. Who do you guess?
Any
Guess
guess?
someone.
You guess someone, Sissy.
Magali.
Another good
Magali
guess.
would
That's
look
another
really
good
good
guess.
with pink hair.
I think she'd be creative and down to do it.
Yeah. And when you listen to this podcast, I can't wait for you to do your hair. And we already have our guesses, Summer Urias and Magali. So we'll see. We'll find out this Friday.
I know.
Okay.
Cool.
Da-da-da-da. So on the other end, that was my fun part. The hardest part about September is just that it flies by, getting back to routines, getting 3 little ones ready in the morning and staying positive and not, already getting upset at them. I'm like, I don't want to be that mom that resorts to the yelling. And I think we talked about this before, but I was like, you need to get them out the door. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to yell at them and try to, and be like, te voy a dar unas nalgadas to get them out the door. Like they should be excited about going to school, not like, oh, they're making me go to school here. So I'm working through that. I am also trying to wake up a little earlier just to give me some time to like take it easy, more calm. And that's what it is. It's just getting used to something and making it work. So wish me luck, mujeres. Wish me luck.
Suerte.
Yay, gracias. ¿Qué más iba a decir? So September, Latino Heritage Month. Anyone doing anything fun to celebrate the culture or la raza or anything like that? They just had like the 16 de septiembre. Is that Guatemala's Independencia?
Yes, it is. Yep, también. It's
And
celebrated this weekend or this last weekend at Mexico.
last
Also,
weekend.
one day after.
One day after Mexico. That's always a fun one. Mexico and Guatemala. We have a good time, don't we, Irene? With the
Yes. Oh my God,
Guatemalans?
it's so funny. The other day I had an assessment, and the girl asked me if I was from Central America. I was like, no, my husband's gonna love that you asked that. She was Chilean, and I think she was in New York or Florida. I think maybe Florida, and she was like, "Oh, the way you said échale ganas, I thought you sounded Central American." I was like, "I've been with my husband for 20 years, so maybe that's why." But échale ganas, I meant it like a Mexican. Échale ganas. So funny. Speaking of just like activities going on, I'm not necessarily celebrating within the month. I mean, we always do stuff within the month of Latino heritage, Hispanic heritage, but I am going to Guanajuato for Dia de los Muertos and for the Cervantino Film and Art Festival. So, but I don't leave until last week of October. So we're going to celebrate a little bit on delay. But I've always wanted to be in a part of Mexico for that. So that's kind of a celebration. But I don't know what we're doing sooner. Tu, Ceci, are you doing anything? You always heck a festive.
I know, but which this year because los 15 años fue el mero día, el weekend or whatever. So I guess that was part of the celebration. There was one that we were dancing. It was, we were celebrating. At the end salió those people that dress up as a robot or whatever, and they start dancing with the crowd. He came out with like a Mexican flag, and they had like balloons in red, white, and blue. I mean, red, white, and green. And then Luis made his made barbacoa de borrego on Friday. He's like, oh, this is gonna be our meal for Mexican Independence Day. He makes it. He steams it. So he like cooks it all day. He makes this marinade con chile guajillo y no sé qué tanto, and then he coats it, and then he wraps it up in banana leaves, and then he lo hace en una vaporera de tamales. He saw this recipe a while back, so he's made it about 3 or 4 times now, y cada vez le ha salido más buena. And then he makes it al vapor, and then lo que escurre abajo, like that's el consomé, y abajo le pone garbanzos, and then you're eating it, tus tacos de barbacoa, and then like sipping on your caldito. Consomé, sabe bien bueno, se me está haciendo agua la boca. Just so you know.
That sounds delicious.
It's really good porque the meat comes out really, really tender. And so we ate he made a bunch. He made a bunch because he hace un chingo de carne. So he made a bunch. We ate that on Friday. We took some to my parents so that they can have some for this weekend. And then we still had leftovers, and so we have dinner for tonight. So it's all good. So that was our way of celebrating, and we had some Mexican wine on Friday with dinner. So that was our
Ay,
celebration.
qué rico. ¿De dónde venía el vino?
No me acuerdo, pero está bueno. Yeah, luego les
Maybe
cuento.
Valle de Guadalupe, maybe?
Probably.
Maybe.
Luego
Sí,
les
it's
cuento.
popular.
Yeah, está bueno. Es un vino rojo y no me acuerdo. I can think of the label and I'll share it with you guys later. Está rico.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Yes.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I went to a concert this weekend and it was really cool. It was Karin Leon. Have you guys ever heard of Karin Leon?
Yeah, through my sister and my cousins que también lo
Okay.
fueron a ver last year or something like that. Yeah. And you
He's
que me
so
mandaste.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, te mandé lo de vámonos pa Tijuana. I just remember like going to Tijuana with Lisette and my Tijuana trips and having a good old time. But that was a really good concert. Like I've listened to his songs and he's really good live. Like I think I've compared, I'm like, he's like the Mexican Drake. Se parece, tiene la barbita y todo. But it really, like, no sé, me encantó estar just surrounded by raza, you know, just listening to these songs. And he was like also covering other songs like de Banda Recodo. He did a Buki song. He was like he was jamming up there. And I was like, this is awesome. It's like, me encanta estar con la gente. Everyone, it was a good vibe. No había desmadre en ese sentido, like para pelear nada. Everyone was just like out celebrating. Habían jovencitos, viejitos, you know, muchachas solteras, mujeres cotorronas. Habíamos de todo. Like it was a trip. I had such a good time. And I was like, this is what it is to be Mexican, to be in, you know, surrounded by people you love, celebrating things that you love. And like I know we've talked about in the last podcast episode about like the language and like being able to like understand the music and feel the music que te llegue ese anhelo. But it made me think about the like celebrations, right? Like there's across LA, like at la Placita Olvera, they do El Grito al 15 de septiembre. And like, you know, the city allows for that to happen. And I was reading about Chicago, how they were keeping Mexicans from celebrating. And they were like barricading off the streets. You know, the police were in high alert, que no sé qué. And they were really being super tough on these Mexican Day independence celebrations. And I saw this post where it said, but don't get in the way of celebrating St. Patrick's Day because you paint the river green and you allow for all these white, you know, people to be walking around in, you know, borrachos and celebrating St. Patrick's of Irish descent. So what is the difference? And it really got me thinking, like, that is really messed up. Like, no one's out there trying to just go and get wasted and have, you know, they're just celebrating a part of what our culture is, where we live now. And that is pretty much what St. Patrick's is. It's a celebration of Irish culture. Why was it so hard for the city to allow people of this descent, of Mexican descent, of Mexican, you know, coming from Mexican culture to celebrate? So I felt like that's pretty tore up. And I think Tere mentioned something like that on our group chat.
Yeah.
Tere was like, I'm staying away because it gets crazy in Chicago. So she was like elaborating probably from the cop standpoint. But by no means did she mean like, this is not something that we should be allowed to do. Like, it is really messed up how you pointed out, Vero. Like, just let people live their lives. I mean, it's no different than winning a championship for your basketball team and the city goes wild. Like, people are proud. People are happy. Like, you can't just make it about one culture and their celebration.
And it kind of surprised me of Chicago. I felt like,
yeah,
I don't live there. I get it. I don't live there. I'm not there every day. But the times that I have visited, that's one of the cities I probably have visited the most outside of New York. And I love it. I'm like, this place is amazing. You know, it has, the city is, downtown is a whole different unit, a whole different ballpark than going out, you know, to the outside neighborhoods. And I've been to the rough parts where I saw my first ever boarded up McDonald's, you know, where it wasn't operating, to like the nice suburbs, you know? So there's de todo, like in any place. But I felt like, you know what, Chicago seems to be one of those places that really embraces diversity and really embraces the uniqueness of the people that live here. And then when I saw this, I was like, whoa, damn, was I wrong? Was I wrong in that? Because you're keeping your residents, your people, from celebrating a part of their culture within where they live. And that kind of sucks, the limiting of that joy and behave of, you know, the celebration sucks. So I just thought I had a different perspective, but I was really really, really wrong.
Yeah, that me sorprende. Yeah, when you started saying it, I thought it was something that had happened like years ago, pero pasó ahora. I saw some posts. My cousin lives there, and he's going to college there. So I saw some posts that he andaba en el argüende. So I was like, oh, that's cool, que estaban con las banderas and everything, but no sabía that they were trying to limit people celebrating. No, qué mala onda. And when you look at it from that perspective, like, what's the difference, Folks celebrating St. Patrick's Day, pintando el río verde, and same thing, like, no se vale, plain and simple, as ahí están, están, de racistas. So, qué mala onda. Well, our brunch is coming up very, very soon, and we're going to be together. We're going to be celebrating. We're going to be eating. If you're listening to this, make sure you buy your brunch ticket. It's good food, good drinks, good people.
To learn more about the brunch, tune in next week. Like, we're going to leave it for the week that is the week of our event. So if you're on the fence, you're listening to this, like, what is this brunch they're talking about? I want to know more. We're going to dedicate a whole show to that brunch and that conversation. But yeah, Ceci, it's been a while. No se nos ha hecho this year. Que Vegas, que Napa, que eso, que lo otro.
Yeah,
We keep coming up with ideas to see each other.
Yeah.
My husband was like, for show. Put it on the calendar for next year. I'm super down to go with them for September 15th. And we can actually have like a sitter with the kids and all of us go, us 3 couples. Let's make it happen. Let's put it on the calendar again, Ceci.
I know. We'll put it on the calendar again. And then put a reminder like 3 months into it so that we can plan it,
Like, es en serio, cabronas.
Yeah, that's the most important part. That's the most important part.
Since we always take it, like, we always talk about food, what are we going to eat? Like, maybe when I'm over there, where are we going to go eat? Something yummy that you're like, oh my God, you have to try this, no sé qué. Así.
Mira,
No sé.
si vienes y hacemos un desayuno antes de que te vayas, we can do brunch el domingo at Mamá por Dios. Their food is really
that
yummy.
place is fun. That place is super fun
really?
too.
It's fun, and the food
definitely
is
go there.
de calidad. So we can make reservations and have brunch there before we take you to the airport, but that might be a place to at least try a little bit of everything that is yummy plus the fun. Pero lo vamos a pensar que se te antoja. Because también, there's some delicious steak places. There's just so much food to eat. So, tú me dices, yo entrego.
I think Mamá por Dios is a really good idea, Ceci. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw the post that I put when I went with my sister-in-laws. All of us went to this place where the drinks were really cool. Like, there's like a rubber ducky drink, and there was people that dance and like get down when they bring your food, and the music is popped up really high. Like,
Sí me
this
acuerdo.
is, I don't know if they have multiple locations, but this is the one that was in Beverly Hills. Maybe it's the only one. Vero, ¿hay más? Hay uno.
I think they have 2 or 3. I think they have 2.
We'll
But the
find
Beverly
one of
Hills one is the one
those
I went to
convenient.
as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it's super vibes, Ceci. I think you would love that.
Yeah.
Y sí es cierto que la comida, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought it was just going to be the vibe of like el desmadre, and it's loud and it's fun and it's Instagrammable and it's like a pretty venue. But no, the food was actually, we were all like, wow, this is good. This is good. This is good. Like, we all were like eating off of each other's plates because we all liked like what the other person picked and our own food. Like, it was one of those experiences. Está muy rico.
I went there with Ara and Evelyn and Ofelia. So we went when the last time Ara was here.
Oh, yeah.
And we just went and grabbed brunch. So it's delicious. We'll check it out. And then if we find anything else, I know there's a few places I have saved to try. So maybe we can try that too. We always have to end the episode with comida. So, and then my lawnmower guy is going to compete with me now with the...
Ya lo escuchamos.
So yo voy a ganar, hombre. Yo voy a ganar. Así que thank you everyone for tuning in today to this random episode for September 2023. Yes, we're going to date it, end it with a stamp. And the ladies just reminded you, our brunch is October 7th. Get your tickets, bring your comadres. If you have a group of homegirls that want to come together, hit us up. We'll give you a group rate. We'll love you to just come and have a great time, mingle, network, love, laugh, todo eso. And you also might get a chance to be in our podcast. So let's get it on in the sense of let's get our tickets, let's get on it. If you want to reach out to us and keep the conversation going, you know where to find us. Our Facebook and Instagram handles are at Level Up Latina. And if you want to learn about who we are, Level Up Latina are 3 mujeres, you can find out on our website and find out about our services and find out about our Guilt-Free Squad, which is our community of mujeres that are like-minded mujeres being chingonas and doing the damn thing in life. And you can find all of that at www., I think I said 3 W's. Anyway, it's leveluplatina.com, and you can find us there. And you can always shoot us an email with any suggestions for topics or something that you want to have like further discussed, or if any of our podcasts resonated with you and deeply, impacted you. Send us a message. We'd love to hear about it, and leave us a review as well, and share our podcast with everyone you know. And we'd love that. We thank you for it. We thank you in advance. And that is a wrap to today's show. Se cuidan todas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Forget to level up.